and about again. Figured, yeah, I actually need to buy more food. So I bought more food, and all I bought was spinach wraps and ranch dressing. That was it. And I'm going to exercise, aka I'm going to walk again. And I know people would say, oh, Erica, cardio won't do you much. You know what? I'd rather burn the calories than not burn the calories. I don't. So, I thought to myself, one of the things that I've been really insecure about is walking around in shorts. And you guys remember that. If you guys have been following my streams, you guys will remember I said, I don't want to walk in shorts because if I walk in shorts, that means that people will talk to me. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to regain control. I'm going to wear freaking shorts. So, if you can see me, this is how I look like. Those are my legs. These are my shorts. See? So my legs need to be worked out. And criticism of these legs is that they're jiggly. See, so when I move, you might be able to see a little jiggle. It's not by any definition toned or anything like that. I mean, they're kind of like skinny legs. That's it, right? So yeah, see that? So though these are my legs, and I never really had an issue with my legs. But one of the things that has been a big insecurity of mine over the years is that criticism that my legs are basically sticks. They're not anything to be proud of. They're just skinny. So I want to tackle that, and I thought to myself, you know what? I want to show you what I have because you know what? It's acknowledgement. This is where I'm at right now, and I'm not going to be fearful of it. I'm not going to hide and just, live my life how I used to live it, because living in fear in my head is not a good thing. So that's why I'm willing to show you, hey, these are my legs. I think they're normal legs. They're not. Okay, you saw a little jiggle. See, they're not spectacular legs. They're kind of like skinny fat legs. You see, not too much tone or anything like that. They're just regular legs. So, I wanted to just do this little walking stream and just be upfront about those kind of things because, yeah, I think people have insecurities and they shy away from it. They hide from it. They live in fear, and ultimately, it doesn't do you any favors, right? If you have a insecurity, and this has been something that's been brought up to you in your life, you either work at it or you just kind of ignore it. And if you ignore it, it doesn't do you any favors because in the back of your head, you know that insecurity still lingers. So, for example, right? Let's say you really suck at fixing cars, but you want to get better at it. If you have this thought in your head, like I suck at fixing cars, and you don't put any effort in, it's not like the thought just disappears. It disappears temporarily, but that's it. And if you're around car people, let's just make an example here. Let's say you're around car people and everybody loves fixing cars, and you're basically the person who's like, hey, yeah, so you suck at fixing cars, then you can either accept that you suck at cars, or you can basically say, you know what, I'm tired of being the one who always sucks at fixing cars. So yeah, I'm gonna just put up a fight and I'm gonna be better because it's just gone on for too long, and that's where really I am right now. So, I'm turning over a new leaf, and I don't come at this with this whole all inspirational kind of thing. I come at this because I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that kind of stuff. And I'm tired of just knowing, knowing that facts. So yeah, when I was doing this earlier, I remember telling you guys something along the lines of, I really felt bad for a lot of these women who are exercising because some of them have more weight than me. And if they have comments in their life, like, I've heard throughout my life, then I really feel for them because at the end of the day, I'm 120 pounds. I'm like a size 2/4. And I don't think I would be mentally strong if I had extra weight on me and I heard, worse kind of thing. I'm actually a really fragile person. I consider myself a strong person, but I'm pretty sensitive about things. So yeah, and that's where I'm at. So I just kind of did a tally in my brain about all the little insecurities I have. Insecurity of walking out in shorts, insecurity of my body, insecurity about how I look. And I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna just tackle it. I'm gonna tackle it because like a person, right? Like a person who sucks at cars. If you have a person in your, let's say, friend group who just sucks at cars, and you all are car enthusiasts, and someone sucks, it's it's like that person who's the weakest link kind of thing. Now they know it. They know it. And I just thought to myself, I've spent too much time having the same kind of freaking thing, and I haven't been getting better. And people say it, When I went back into Hawaii, people told me that kind of thing. And it sucked. It sucked. And yeah, I to myself, oh, here's the focus again. Here's the focus again. And it stings, it sucks. And what can I say about that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, I know. So I know cardio is probably not going to make a big difference in my body at all. It really has to be strength training, but I just want to burn some calories. I want to get rid of the freaking jiggle here. This. I don't think, okay, here's the thing. I know I'm going to trigger someone and someone's going to think I have an eating disorder, but I just think to myself, you know what? I am so sick and tired of basically being skinny fat. I'm tired of being picked on. I'm tired of all this shit. And I'm just like, you know what? That's it, Like, it's like, I don't care, I really just like, I can't stand the thought of it. Because it's like, this is the kind of stuff that happens when you just kind of look back at your life and you just kind of think like, hey, I always kept my weight under control, and I always, it's like, but yeah, my body didn't change. And yeah, that can be disappointing because I'm gonna do some strength training. So I'm planning to run, walk, lift weights, and just repeat. And I swear, if anybody picks on me and tells me shit, I'm gonna go off on them. I really will go off on them. Like, give me like a month, and if someone makes a comment about it, I will just snap at them so badly. And yeah, people will hear this stream and be like, holy crap, what's causing this kind of thing? But it's just getting to that point where I look at my life and I say, you know what? I can't stand it. I can't stand this kind of issue. And I'm going to tackle it. And yeah, if I come across any random, asshole on the street or something, and I know no one's going to make a comment randomly about my body on the street in a disparaging way, but I swear if somebody says, oh my gosh, I will just like snap. kind of thing. Um, but yeah, also included, like people like if I see them in a couple months or whatnot, right? I would snap at them too.
Wow, that's
Because yeah, it's just it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling to just kind of be riddled with insecurities, and it's not a good feeling to just feel like you look at the mirror and you just kind of think like, oh, okay, I have a body, but it's just so disappointing, you know. And yeah, the only way I can get out of it is make a change, right? So that's why I make these videos. And you don't see me just bitch behind a computer. You actually see me move because, yeah, it's like I can bitch and bitch and bitch. But unless I actually burn these calories out or work on stuff, it's like my body is not going to change it. I know cardio isn't going to make my body change like this. Like walking is not really going to make a difference, but I'm just trying to like tone up a little. So yeah, I'm thinking wake up, jog a little, walk, go home, eat breakfast, get some stuff done, go back out, exercise, and yeah. And then the other thing that dawned on me, am I making a journal for your exercise? No, it's just walking randomly. It's just walking randomly. But it's it's a good thing. Because I know the more that I do this, the more consistent I am with this stuff, the better it is, right? And it's better for my health. And I know, like, if I show this kind of stuff, right, or if I document this stuff, I know exactly when's the last time I freaking walked. When was the last time I freaking exercised? So yeah, I know that YouTube is just riddled with all these people who talk about, let's say, going through a transformation, but a lot of it's like before. Yeah, so you'll see people who chat with a personal trainer. What do you mean a chat with a personal trainer? Oh, you mean like talk to a personal trainer? Pay money for a personal trainer? Do you know how much trainers are? Trainers are like $100 an hour. Did you know that? They're really expensive. Or more. So yeah, I'm just like trying to do my own thing right now. And as long as I get the movements, then that's something. Trainers, people talk about personal trainers, they're pricey. Like, there's a reason why the average person does not have a personal trainer. It's not because they don't care about their health, but because they're aware of the finances. And it's not like you just have a personal trainer for like 1 week, right? Ideally, fitness should be a whole thing for the rest of your life. And if you're hemorrhaging out money, $100 an hour or more, like that's a freaking lot of money, right? You go to the gym maybe 3 times a week, 4 times a week, that's $400 a week. So yeah, I just kind of think, you know what? I just want to get the calories burning a little, move a little, and yeah, so that's, no, New York personal trainers are very expensive. Actually, personal trainers in general are kind of pricey. Not all, but that kind of thing. So yeah. So that's why I'm just doing my own thing right now. I just want to tone up. I just want to like cut the flab. And as long as I do something, that's all that's all that my mind needs to know. Like, I need to know that I'm going out and I'm doing the work and things like that. But yeah, the sad thing is like, yeah, so I jogged earlier. I don't feel like jogging right now. So I'm just walking. So I'll probably walk for, I'd say, I'm thinking about walking about 2 hours a day. And then just doing these little hamster wheels run for about 15 minutes. That's it. I mean, I can increase it, right? But like jogging 15 minutes, I was like, oh, I'm done. And then yeah, go more for jogging, increase that, and then just keep walking. I don't know, 5K run. I've never been like much of a runner. But who knows? You never say never. No, I'm doing cardio walking and I'm gonna do some strength training later today. I'm just sick and tired of myself. I don't wanna be freaking fodder when I'm like 34, 35, 36. Hey, look, it's that popsicle over there. No, it's that lollipop over there. You know, I don't want it. You know? I don't want it. It's like I've been doing like a lot of thinking, and I just kind of think to myself, you know, what are the things that it's like I know was my insecurities, and one of my biggest insecurities is like fitness. And you guys can see, right? I'm not overweight. I'm not overweight by any means. I'm definitely within a healthy BMI. I don't, you know, I try to eat clean. And I'm fortunate that at least I got my diet portion okay, but in terms of exercising, that's where I lacked. And exercise, from what I've been looking at, it's not just, you know, you lift the weights and then that's it. It's kind of like building layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. So I might not see results for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Who knows? Like, I don't know, you know, I have no idea. But I know if I put in the work in, and yeah, it's like I should see changes, right? So, and yeah, I can rest easier. Like, even if 6 months down the line, even if my body looks basically the same, I can say, you know what? I try to work out. I put the work in. I don't have that freaking banging body. But you know what? At least I put the fucking work in, right? I wasn't hallucinating that I put the work in. I actually put the work in. That kind of thing. And that's good enough for me. You know? That kind of stuff. You know what the thing is? Meditating works, but there's a difference between being stressed out and there's a difference in actually actively working towards stuff. You know, some people, they think like, oh, meditating is just like, you know, breathe in, breathe out, and just like let it go. And I'm just like, you guys can obviously tell, all right? This kind of stuff like triggers the shit out of me. Because this is not just, you know, a new thing. This is stuff that's been going on for a good 10 years of my life. And it was just based on like comments, you know, comments that I've been hearing in my life. And at the end of it, it's not like, how would I say? At the end of it, it's like you hear comments, and when you hear comments, it, even if, how would I put it this way? It's like this, right? I think everybody in the world wants to be attractive. Everybody in the world wants to be the best version of themselves. And I've always thought of myself as this, right? Like, if I have to think about myself, right? I don't want to be the kind of person that's just like, oh yeah, and then there's Erica, and Erica, you know, she's just a stick. She's just basically like a lollipop. She has nothing. She has absolutely nothing. You know, her figure is like not there at all. And wow, you know, just what a waste. And that's what the summary of like 10 years of comments is. And I can be very open and honest about that. And it's like, if you have that kind of awareness, what do you do about it? Do you actually try and do something about it, or do you just wallow in depression or hide away that insecurity? Right? And people will hate that I'm saying this kind of stuff, and they'll be like, just shut up and work, work out, you bitch, that kind of stuff. I know how some people think. And I just feel like, you know what, this is just me showing, something that the results of certain things, that kind of stuff, you see? No. Looking for physical changes is a bad way to gauge physical. More than anything, you should work out because you feel better and see the nice body. You know what the thing is? Like, here's the thing, right? You'll say like you feel better and you feel healthier and a nice body is more of a side effect. I would actually disagree with you there, and I'll tell you why. Because, like I mentioned in my previous stream, I've had so many conversations with people in my life where it's almost like, if you're not a hot woman, you're worthless. You're worthless. Like, you're not, your body's not on point, you're looked down upon. And I hear it, and it's like, how can you grapple with that kind of stuff, right? And yeah, it's like, I remember, right? And I just that's why I want to look back at my life and say, you know what, I tried to do something about it. Like, it wasn't a smooth journey in life, but I actually tried to do something about it. And that's why I say, like, I'm sectioning off 33 to 36 is like my little transformative years, because I can recognize from 23 to 32.9 or 33, whatever, I've really messed up. And I didn't think I messed up. That's the thing. I've always been around the same size like I am today. But it's not enough, And it's like, if you hear certain things, it's like you have a choice. What do you do about it? Do you conquer it head on, or do you just say, oh yeah, you're right, yeah, I'm a loser, I have a shitty body, that kind of stuff. Right? And yeah, I don't wanna go through life facing people in my life and then just kind of have that mentality, or just kind of hear these kind of comments. I'll be like, you know what? You said I had a shitty body. You know what? I'm working out, so basically, go fuck yourself. Really. Like, I don't wanna be the freaking. I don't wanna be picked on. I don't want to hear the kind of comments about myself. It's fun. It's all games to just, make shitty comments like that. And like I said, this has been going on 10 years of my life, right? And I'm just tired of it. I'm frustrated. And I'm really frustrated at myself. But yeah, that's why I'm just thinking, like, you know what? Just like turn over a new leaf. Go for it. See what happens, because obviously my life doesn't work. Yeah, so yeah. No, I mean, like, I'm happy that I'm actually doing something about it. I recognize it's a process, but during that process, not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pretty fragile, because it's like I'm putting myself out of my comfort zone, and I'm truly, like, I'm kind of like I'm scared, I'm scared, and I don't feel, I don't feel like a goddess or anything like that, right? They like to tell you on YouTube or on the internet, like, unleash your inner goddess, you are sexy, I don't feel that way, and I wish I did. And yeah, it's like, but I know that I have insecurities, and it's like, the only way you tackle your insecurities is head on. See? So yeah, like, that's it. Like, I don't make, how would I say this? Like, it just kind of makes me think, right? It's like I want to live a life where I look back and I said, these were all the criticism I got, and this is what I tried to do to tackle it. And this is reality. This is not me fluffing things up or trying to tell people like, oh yeah, I just woke up today and I just thought I'm a sexy goddess and I'm gonna work out because I know I'm like that. That's not real. That's not real. It's rooted in just like recognizing there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of insecurity, and I literally want to I want to get rid of it. And the only way I can get rid of it is by changing myself. See? No, there is no other ways to cope with this. You either ignore it or you actually do something about it. And yeah, this is what I've actually chosen to do. I've actually chosen to face it head on. And I talk about this stuff because I don't want people to kind of think, like Erica just woke up one day and she decided that she's an amazing, sexy human being. No, I just wanted things to stop, and I want a better life for myself. I don't want to like look down the line and feel like I'm 34 years old and there are people that I've known in my life for like 5 years still being all like, yeah, she still has nothing, that kind of thing. And you know what the worst thing too is? Like, the worst thing too is that when I went back to Hawaii, right, I had conversations with people, and yeah, this kind of thing came up. And it was just like, oh, you still look the same, that kind of thing. And it's like, but it wasn't said in a way that, oh, it looks good, you look like you still look the same, like in a positive way. It was kind of like a negative way. And it just made me think like, yikes. Yikes. Yeah. Surround yourself with and wear sexiest things that you'll make yourself. Oh man. You know what the sad thing is, Emily? The sad thing is that I think people either have it or they don't have it. And if you don't have it, you can wear the sexiest thing in the world. But if you're flabby, you're flabby, You can put lingerie on a spider, and it won't be a sexy spider, it'll still be a spider. You guys get what I'm saying over here? So that's why I'm doing this stuff. It's just like, I just want to get rid of that insecurity. And I have faith. I have faith that, the moment my body starts changing and I start seeing results, and if I stick with it, not just for 2 months, but for like a couple years now. A couple years. And I really have nothing to lose. I really have nothing to lose because I've already lived 10 years of my life hearing criticisms about shit. And I didn't do shit, so that's why the criticisms are still around. Oh, someone chasing me. Okay. Yeah. So, that's all. But yeah, I recognize, just like an alcoholic, just like a person who has addictions, like I recognize I have a problem. And I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it 100%. I acknowledge it. And that's why I said, you know what, I'm going to actually do something about it because I think I have more to lose by not doing anything than by actually doing something, because I have done the former for the last 10 years and I still have those insecurities, you see? But yeah, would I still hear comments if I worked out for 10 years instead? very well possibility. There will always be maybe a person who's like, oh, look at that chick, she's still too skinny. Look at that chick, she's so flat chested. But one thing that could not be used against me is that I don't work out. See the difference there? That's the difference. That's the key difference. So I feel like, yeah, it's like that kind of stuff would just get silenced. And that's what I ultimately want. I want to have, I want to just have that kind of thing. And I want to just make changes in my life. And that way it can't be used against me. Right? Because that's a real piece of shit move if someone is working out and then you criticize them. It's like they're working out, they're putting in the effort, and then someone down the line says, oh yeah, I remember you had all these insecurities a couple years ago. Oh, you're working out? Oh, that's too bad, Erica, because you're still, you still have nothing. Like that kind of stuff. That's a real piece of shit move. And that's when I would really tell someone off. I would say, what the fuck do you get out of trying to tear me down like that? So yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. No, actually people should work out. People should work out. Because here's the thing, right? It's easy to just be skinny. It's easy to do diet control. It's easy to do one thing, but it's a lot harder to just do both. And I recognize that, right? And again, I can't... Let's see. Whenever I'm feeling down, I just wear my red bra and underwear and go to sleep after feeling sex in the mirror. Aww. No, people can insult you for whatever reason. I remember when I was back in Hawaii, there was this chick, and there was this chick, and she's like double my weight. I'm not lying, you guys. She's double my weight. And I remember that she was with a bunch of friends, and they were all significantly bigger than me. I was by far the skinniest chick, right? And because we worked together, they were just talking, and then I forgot what the conversation, what happened, but bodies came up, and then they said something like, Erica, you're so, you're so skinny, you have no padding on you, you need to get some curves. And I could have said something right then and there, right? Because imagine, if you're about 2 inches taller than me and double my weight, I wouldn't consider that to be sexy curvy. I would consider that to be obese. But I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything at all, and I just took it because I thought, you know what, I don't want to get into this freaking image where you got this woman who's like criticizing me, and it's unprovoked. It's unprovoked, but it's like she's with her friends, and the friends are bigger than me too, significantly bigger than me. And it's just like, I don't want to get into that kind of territory, But it's like, yeah, that's why I say, like, people can make comments, and they don't even realize, like, yeah, it seems kind of funny, It seems kind of funny to just, like, diss the skinny girl who is, like, flat all over kind of thing, and be like, oh yeah, you need some meat on your bones, you need to get some womanly curves kind of thing. But I remember it, and if I say anything, 100% that would be used 1,000% against me, and that's why I never said anything. Okay, I don't want to stoop to that level either. I don't want to like, if someone insults me about my body image, I don't want to go and insult a person about their body image, because at the end of the day, I think body image is important, but it's not the be all and end all of anything, So it really isn't. People come in all different shapes and sizes, and some people are healthier than others. And that's, that's natural. I don't expect everybody in the world to be my size, size 2/4. I don't think it's healthy for certain people. Like, especially if you're big bone, like, gosh, a person who's like 5'9" trying to whittle down to my size, that's a bit, I don't think everybody can do that. That's just my thinking. So yeah, I accept that about people. Okay? Yeah. But yeah, so all the stuff that I spoke about, just know I take full accountability of my inactions. I acknowledge that I could have conquered this insecurity head on 10 years ago, but I didn't. I didn't because I was complacent and I was comfortable, and yeah. But I still maintain, I'm like, shit, some of the stuff that I heard was freaking visceral. Like, it's like, you would think that I was like freaking 300 pounds or something. It's like, yikes, But what can I say, Yeah, big bone, yeah. Like, if you're 6 feet, like, you please do not be, 120 pounds and size 2/4. Be a healthy BMI. I hate it when some people, they try to put people in this like cookie cutter thing, like all women should be this size or all women should be, this weight. Because, yeah, technically, right, I would be considered a good weight and good height and good dress size, but yeah, I still get crap. So yeah, so I admit it, I admit it, and that's why I do stuff about it. But that doesn't mean that, comments didn't hurt, you see. And again, these are comments that I've been hearing for the past 10 years. So it's not like, don't just think like, oh, Erica is just, just dealing with this like 2 days ago. No, this is stuff that if you follow my channel, you hear about this stuff. But the issue is that I got lost in my head, and when I get lost in my head, my go-to is just to kind of like just shut down, don't do anything. It's like a protective mechanism, and it's not good. It's not good. So what I got to do is I got to get outside of my head and fucking walk or do something, Like, I'd rather walk for 2 hours than just sit around. Because, yeah, maybe it doesn't make a difference, but at least I'm moving around rather than just sitting down. See? So, yeah, I'm going to walk for about 7 more minutes and then end my stream. Actually, I should end my stream soon, but I'll do one more loop de loop. And yeah, maybe sometimes you guys listen to my streams and you guys like hear something, and if it triggers you, ask yourself why it triggers you. Do you have this vision of yourself? And if you imagine the best version of yourself, how does the best version of yourself look like? And for me, the best version of myself is actually more toned than I am right now. I don't want to just kind of feel like I'm limping through life. I don't want to feel like my body is just like, okay, Erica's body is just there. She has 2 legs, 2 arms, and that's it. I don't want to feel like that. I don't ever want to get a comment from a person again in my life where it's just like, there's Erica. She's so skinny. She has nothing. She's flat all over. She's invisible. Like, no. I like, that shit gotta stop. That shit has to stop. But, me being open about this, if anybody hears this kind of stream, they'd be like, ooh, so yeah, we gotta double down and we gotta make fun of Erica kind of thing. When we see her again, because we know that's her sore spot. But I know reality, and I know I'm trying to put in the work right now. That's the difference. See? No, it's just criticism. Like I said, I shared with you guys, right? There are certain people who think I should pack on more weight, who think that I need to develop womanly curves. And I'm like, how the hell am I gonna, what the hell do you want me to do? You want me to change my body type so I'm like a freaking Beyonce? Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna tone up, I'm gonna try and, make my ass bigger because I want a bigger ass. I mean, like, here's the thing, right? It's like one of the insecurities that I've heard is like Erica's just getting fat. That's it. Like there's nothing. And it's kind of like, yeah, she's just skinny fat. She doesn't have anything. She doesn't have a great body. She's just skinny. Whoop. So yeah, I want to work on myself, and I know that some people will say, hey, and we got some people in chat who will say, well, Erica, you're getting older, you're 33, you're going to be, when you're 35, oh my gosh, your life is going to fall apart. You're going to be ancient. You're going to be, you're going to be so old at 35, like just roll over and die kind of thing. You're going to be 35, you're past the wall. And I don't want that. I don't want to like go down without a freaking fight. Because you know what, if I'm blessed to get to 35, which I really hope I am, I want to have a nicer body than this. And I want to be a stronger person. I want to be a more confident person. And I just want to be able to just say, you know what, a lot of that shit got into my head for 10 years, and I'm done with it. You see? That kind of stuff. But yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to getting older, believe it or not. I actually am, because I think of every day as an opportunity to be better. So yeah, it still stings thinking about insecurities, but I feel better knowing that I freaking have been walking for 42 minutes. And maybe I don't know how many calories I burned. I know I burned more than 10 calories, but it's something. So I gotta go home, probably drink a protein shake, get my protein intake up again. Oh my gosh. So what? I heard people say like I should probably eat about 120 grams of protein. Oh my gosh. Freaking protein shakes. Stuff like that. Exercise, move around, tone up, strength train, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm curious to see, how my body looks in 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And yeah, I really do believe that I'm gonna look back at my life and remember, I'm going to remember these streams that I do, and I'm just talking openly, and I want to refer back to it when I feel like I'm actually hitting my goals, so that way people don't think, I just got through these things so easily. And you might be wondering, like, Erica, why does it matter what people think? And I just kind of think there's probably someone out there who might be listening to my stream who's riddled with insecurity, who's heard criticism about their body, and instead of doing something, they just got lost in their head. And I don't want that for you guys, So I just kind of think, like, if I'm able to do it and I can show it to you guys, like, hey, you know what? I tackled my insecurities and things like that. My life became better by showing basically my state of mind or talking about it. Then maybe you guys, or maybe, in the past, in the future, whatnot, someone might think like, you know what? She wasn't great when she did this. She wasn't happy when she did this. She just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And yeah, so, but yeah, first step is really just, it's all a matter of like steps, right? Actions, small little actions. Walking, making sure that making sure that I'm going toward the path that I want, not the path that I don't want, for sure. And yeah, so for you guys, if you guys listen to my streams, um, I hope you're working on yourself. You know, instead of watching me walk for like freaking 45 minutes, go on a walk yourself. You know, do some exercise, improve your own life. Because if you guys are just watching my feet go back and forth, it's not really, you know, you could be doing other things. You could just like listen to me instead of seeing my feet go back and forth. And I want you guys to live a better life, you know? I want you guys to not be crippled with anxiety and insecurities. And I hope that you guys have the courage that whatever is holding you back, whatever you got fed up with, you face it. You know, you face it and you say, this is where I'm at right now. I'm not happy with the situation, but I'm gonna try and be better. And that's all you can do, right? You can just put in your effort, and then with time for, let's say, exercising, you just build upon it, right? You become stronger and stronger over time. But if you stop, you become weaker and weaker. So it's like a pendulum, right? You kind of go like forward, but if you stop going forward, then you swing back slowly. And yeah, so that's why for me, right, being honest here, like I would be putting in these short bursts for working out, and I never, like, I was hurt and I wouldn't work through it, and because I didn't work through it, I didn't get results. And I'm not just the only person to do this. Millions of people do this, right? You work out and then you fall off the bandwagon and you don't get back on. Then you get insecure about time and you lose hope in yourself. You forget stuff. Truly, you forget stuff because you don't make exercise a priority. And then once that happens, like you look back and you're like, holy shit, the last time I worked out was like 4 months ago, right? Or 4 years ago. And you can't take back the time at all. You really can't. You got to just acknowledge, like, I fucked up and I want to, you know, I'm going to go back on the path. But the less that you stray away from the path, the more, the faster you'll hit your goals. You see where I'm getting at? So how would my life have been if I exercised constantly for 10 years or even 5 years or even 3 years versus, you know, just not facing my insecurity head on, not doing anything about it. Yeah, but I can beat myself up until I turn blue in the face. I can beat myself up until I'm 80 years old or 6 feet under kind of thing, and that doesn't solve the situation. That doesn't make the situation better. So yeah, that's why you see me walking around, just talking and putting in the work kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, my shoe size is 6.5. 6.5 women's. I don't know, like usually it's 6.5, but sometimes it's 7, but most of the time it's just 6.5. I really like Nikes as a shoe. I like their foam, you know, their EVA foam or whatever that is, that really light foam. I love it so much because it's like when I walk or when I move, I don't have to worry about that stupid heavyweight rubber. So I really like having super lightweight shoes. I know they're more fragile. I've heard that they wear and tear faster than other shoes, but I don't mind because at the end of the day, the higher the chance of me wearing the shoes and walking around, that's better for me, right? Like, yeah, environmentalism might not be very good to have these kind of foam shoes, but yeah, I think the whole point of buying shoes is to wear them and make sure I'm active. I don't mind. So that's my little thing with my shoes. I always like the lightweight foam. Yeah. So I'm almost wrapping it up. I don't know how much walking I did. I heard you're supposed to get 10,000 steps a day. I don't know if I got 10,000 steps in, probably not. But yeah, maybe that's something I can work on, right? Get one of those stepometer thingies, those whatever you call those pedometers, yeah? And then that way I can track my counts, my steps all day. And that way it's idiot proof, right? Like if I clip one on my shorts or my leggings, and then I know exactly how much I walked that day and I can log it. And yeah, so I just do these hamster wheels, walking the same freaking path over and over. You guys are probably saying like, holy crap, Erica, we've seen that piece of trash so many times. Yeah. And yeah, I should get a step counter. I should. They're cheap too, right? I wonder if I can get one for my phone, like just charge an iPhone or something and just keep it on my waist or something. That way I don't have to buy an extra thing. I know that sounds so cheap, but I don't wanna have a stepometer really if I can just use an extra phone having that lying around. Okay, so there's a phone app for that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys see litter though. So that was a nice walk. It was a relaxing walk. And I feel happy that I did my 15-minute walk. So I went to buy some groceries. That took me about 10 minutes walking around. And then I walked around for about 51 minutes. And I say today I did about 2 hours of walking, right? 2 hours of walking, and then later on I got to lift some weights. And yeah, and I think I'm going to try and lift weights 3 times a week, walk every single day for about 2 hours, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, and then just call it a day. I don't know, I think 2 hours of walking is pretty good exercise, right? Weird topic, but if you want to work out effectively, strength is made on the way down, when on the way up. What do you mean made on the way down? What weights are you doing? Oh, dang it, I'm gonna do one more lap. I am doing, I don't know, like 75 pounds, something. 75 pounds, 65 or 75 pounds squat or deadlift. I can't remember which one. Am I hydrating? I'm not hydrating right now. I'm going to go back in a bit after I finish this one lap and then drink some water. Which is funny because I have water on me and I'm just doing stuff. So yeah. That's all. But I just gotta work through it. And who knows, maybe you'll see a difference in my personality and my streams the longer you watch this stuff. And maybe I'll turn into that person. Who knows, maybe I'll turn into that person where I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys, exercising is amazing. I can't imagine going a day with, actually I don't think that ever be me. But you know what I'm talking about? Like those people who are just addicted to exercise. You know, actually, I know a person who exercises a lot, and they said they started exercising because of depression, and they felt like that was the only thing that they could really control in their life because they lacked control in a lot of things. And they were very open about it, about their mental health, and I really appreciated that because, you know, sometimes you think people who exercise, they have their shit together, they're, you know, gods and goddesses, oh my goodness, you know, they just are super well focused, they're, you know, training that they want to go and run marathons left and right. No, some people actually exercise to get rid of the depression. They don't do it because they want to be shirtless or anything like that, or, you know, be bikini ready or something like that. But yeah, sometimes if you have certain results, where'd that ball go? I think someone's ball is over there. Is that your ball? Okay, I'll grab it for you. Hold on, let me. Hey, you want to give it to me? I'll give it. I'll give it to them. Let's see. I'm not good at throwing. I don't think so.
Here, I can do it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not good at throwing. They wanted me to throw over the fence. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be good at that. No, no, but yeah. See, it's like things like that. See, so it's like that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, no. So someone hit a little rubber, a little purple ball, and then it went over, this tall fence. So then there was a guy who grabbed it, and I said, give it to me. And then he wanted me to throw it over the fence. The fence is like freaking 15 feet up. I'd say 20 feet up, actually. 20 feet up. And if you guys know my throwing ability, I'm not the best at throwing, and I didn't want to risk freaking throwing the ball and having it bounce back or ricochet. So thankfully, this other guy said he'll do it, and he got it on the first try. So that was good. But yeah, I'm getting tired, and yeah, but I like walking around. Yeah, I do. I don't have the best hand-eye coordination. I can be very frank about that. Yeah. So I'm just doing my little hamster wheels over and over. You guys are probably thinking, like, holy crap. That kind of thing. Someone's trying to sell ice cream. See that? And then there's a woman in front of me running. And yeah, good on her. Good on her for running. Am I a veg? Oh, hell no. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian. Lewis isn't a vegetarian either. You know, I'm actually a big supporter of eating all the food groups. I do eat carbs. I do eat meat. I do eat vegetables. I mean, you can look at my community post. I think I had my community post. I said I ate like a tuna salad wrap today, which doesn't have enough protein. And then for lunch, I had a chicken wrap. And see, I'm trying to balance out my vegetables with my protein, then with the protein shake too. But yeah, I'm not a vegetarian. Actually, it's very bad for me to be a vegetarian because my freaking mental health goes in the shitter. Like really, 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 really bad. So yeah, even though it seems like I might not have the best mental health right now because I'm dealing with insecurities. Hold on. I think that's someone's ball. You see someone's ball over there? Oh. Yeah, my mental health is actually much better than when I went on vegetarianism because, man, I was so depressed, you guys. And nothing changed in my life. That was a scary thing. Like, nothing changed at all. I wasn't thinking about, like, insecurities or something like that. I just would wake up and I'd be so depressed. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And when it went away is when I started incorporating animal products back in my diet. So, for my own mental health, you'll never see me become vegetarian. Because I don't want to go down that deep, dark spiral kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, man, for Kalbi. Oh, I love Kalbi so much. Oh my gosh, yeah. There's too much good Korean food out there. And I mean, like, they have vegetarian stuff, but I'm like, you know, I hate to say it like this, but there's nothing like the taste of like a really good, like, Kalbi gym. GALB or KALBI and then JJIM. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It has like sugar in there, so it's not very healthy for you, but it is so tasty, you guys. That stuff, beef sundubu, that kind of stuff, you know, beef chili, steak, that kind like there is nothing in the world, in my opinion, that compares to a really good, like, well marbled seasoned steak with butter and rosemary. You know, those fatty like tender pieces that, oh my gosh, it's like the flavors taste it's just a perfect harmony of fat and butter and tender meat. Oh my gosh, Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Like it's like a really good, like what was it called, it prime rib, not a prime rib, but you know what I'm talking about, like a prime rib, you know, those end pieces that's really well marbled, so it has all the herbs on there with the butter, those pieces. Yeah, that's really good. So I've never ever I've tried so much of those like vegetarian vegan meat substitutes. They don't compare, you guys. They don't compare. I've tried all the Gardines. I've tried the beef substitutes. It just does not have that beautiful beef taste to it. And it sounds terrible for me to say. I'm gonna trigger someone, but I feel so much more alive when I have a really good piece of steak, um, and it just makes me feel so happy. Like I just kind of think to myself, I feel so thankful that I'm alive, that I can have a wonderful meal, and of course I'm very grateful to the animal, to the farmer who raised the animal, to all the people who help bring the food on my plate, to the people who prepared the food if I'm at a restaurant, all that stuff. It's just like food is one of those things in life. It's just like it makes life just so much more sweeter. And if you have a really good meal, it just hits you in all the right spots. It's like comfort food, right? Comfort food, stews, those kind of things. Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, yeah. So kalbi with bone. Oh, it's so good. Another Korean dish that I like besides the sundubu, there is like, what else is there? There's like spicy pork. Spicy pork is really good too, like spicy pork belly. Oh, that's really good. That's really good with like some gochujang sauce. That's really good. And yeah, there's just like a few Korean dishes that I can't think off the top of my head, like fish john. I don't know if that's really a Hawaii thing, meat john, fish john. But that's good too, as well. And that makes me happy just thinking about food like that. But see, like having food like that isn't gonna help my freaking body get more, get closer to, because it's all fried foods and sugary foods and oily food. So that's why I have to just kind of stick with this whole clean eating thing. But yeah, cheat meal, that's totally fine. I just want to limit it for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more lap and then end my stream. See this? See this jiggle? See that jiggle? See, you can see my foot move, and you see that aftermath jiggle. Yeah, I want to get rid of that. And the only way I get rid of that is build muscle and burn that fat off, or just limit that fat. So it's a process, right? Like I said, I'm not giving myself 2 days to get rid of that. I'm giving myself 3 years to get rid of that. No, fried food is also to the path of like not only big butts, but cellulite, heart disease. I don't high blood pressure. I stay away from a lot of fried food now. I want to live a long, healthy life. But I don't want to just live a healthy life. I want to look good too. So, I mean, I can't imagine like me going through like being 36 years old, working out or not working out and having the same kind of criticism, That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of this stuff. And I'm going to struggle like a fish out of water. I'm not happy, I'm not happy when I wake up and I'm in pain. But that's part of life, right? And I hope it lessens. And I know it will lessen. But it just sucks when you initially get back in. Workout induction to leg raises and pull that right up. I know what you're talking about, yeah. So, I mostly, when I do weight stuff, it's just chest presses, deadlifts, squats. That's it. And like weight, lifting weights and putting it over my head kind of thing. That's about it. But yeah, there's squats and there's bench presses and there's deadlifts. And that's getting higher and higher kind of thing. Yeah, leg press is a machine. I know leg press is a machine. So yeah. Alright. That is it. So we'll see. But yeah, I kind of like work. I like waking up early. I don't need a machine to do leg presses. Really? Oh, I'm so itchy. I think I got bit by something. Oh, yeah. I was just talking about things, and yeah. But I'm trying to get more fit. I'm trying to tone up. I want to lead a better life. I want to lead a life, like I said, where I look back on my life and I don't have to think about Erica lived her life basically being flat all around. Like my chest, breast tissue, that ain't gonna grow bigger. You can grow the chest muscles behind, but the actual breast tissue is not gonna get any bigger, right? So I can't do much about that, but I could do chest exercises. And some people told me, they said, well, Erica, all you have to do is just do like these, chest exercises and your chest will look bigger. And yeah, I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but yeah, chest exercises. I wish. Actually, when I was younger, I actually went to a plastic surgeon, and I got a price quote when I was about 19 years old. I got a price quote for breast augmentation, and I didn't go through with it because they told me that they said that based on my frame, I could only go up to a B cup. That was it. And they wanted, I think they wanted like something like $15,000 to $20,000 for the breast augmentation, to put in implants. And I thought, you want that much money just to get me up to a B cup? That's it? Like, that is it? That's all? Because the size between an A and a B, although it's sizable, it's not like being like a double D or anything like that, right? And I remember thinking to myself, I thought, yeah, I can't go with that. I can't go with that because, first of all, right, I would have to go under surgery, then I'd have to get spliced open, and then you'd have to put an implant in. And I heard implants only last for about 10 years, and you're supposed to change it out. And just for a B cup, that wasn't worth it to me. But yeah, so yeah. And then afterwards, like I always knew I was flat chested, right? And then afterwards, I remember I spoke to this one guy, and he was telling me, he said, oh, Erica, you should get implants because you would be so hot if you got implants. I have a friend who got implants, and she's just smoking now ever since she got those implants. Like I couldn't stop checking her out because she just looked so good. And it really hurt me, it really hurt me. I think that it's just like, it's just kind of like, wow, geez, I guess chest really does make a big difference to certain people. But yeah, I never got it done because, from an A cup to a B cup, $15,000-$20,000, changing it out just for a B cup. No. If you guys are curious to see the size difference between an A and a B, it's noticeable, but it isn't like, it isn't going to be like Victoria's Secret model, C cup, double D cups or anything like that at all. And I just couldn't justify it. I couldn't justify it if it was just going to be from an A to a B at all. But yeah, and then, going with the fact that it's surgery and things like that, you can have surgery complications. I just never, I just never went along with it, and I don't regret it, But I hope in the future there's some kind of like means to just have, people be bustier on the chest if they want to, non-surgically, like maybe a cream or maybe some kind of, you know, something out there. And because a lot of women are getting surgery because they feel like they're missing attractiveness because they're unbalanced. So I shared my measurements yesterday. I think there's like a 5.5 inch difference between my chest and my butt. So I think, what did I say? I think I said my chest is like 30.5, my waist is 27, and my hips is 37. So because there's a 5.5 inch difference in my chest and my butt, that gets under my skin because I know I'm unproportional, right? And even if I do chest exercises, I don't know if I can really close that 5.5 inch gap, right? Because that's a big difference. Either my butt goes smaller or my chest goes bigger. It has to be one or the other. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing. Like, I look in the mirror and I feel like I'm unproportional, and that's why some women, they see that unproportional and they just get their chest done. They get their chest done because they see the flaws, and sometimes it comes out well, but other times you get complications. People have to, they have to get the implants out. They have infections. The body rejects the implant, and I did a lot of research into it. And it's also a foreign thing, so you don't know. You hope for the best, you wish for the best, kind of thing. But yeah, it was just like I did the pros and the cons, and I couldn't justify it. That kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. So that is just my openness about that kind of thing. So when you guys hear about, like, you wonder why is she so focused about certain things, it's because I know I'm unproportional. And people don't get breast implants because they're being vain. They see the flaws, and they think the only way they can fix that flaw is by filling up the top with volume. Like, if they're more bottom heavy than top heavy, that's why they get implants. They want, at the end of the day, people want to feel attractive. They want to feel sexy. They want to feel like they're the best they can be. And I don't judge people for getting plastic surgery. I completely understand why some people get plastic surgery. And if people feel like it makes them happy, and they do this, with a lot of consideration, a lot of thought, and it's not impulsive, then I'm not gonna give people crap about it, because people, if they want to make that choice for themselves, and if it does end up making them happy, then I'm not gonna, I don't think that just because someone has plastic surgery, then they're less of a human being at all. A lot of people that people look up to, celebrities, they get plastic surgery. You guys can look up this celebrity, this YouTuber called Lauryn Hill, and she's on YouTube, and she talks about how prevalent plastic surgery is, or what she believes a lot of these celebrities get plastic surgery procedures. They look so great, but there's thousands of dollars, going behind these procedures, because these people are worth millions of dollars, and their looks are incredibly important, right? So it's a business. And it just saddens me when some people, they look at the celebrity and they're like, oh, I want to look just like her, she's so flawless, but they don't see all the work that's behind it. The trainers, the nutritionists, the plastic surgeons, the hair extensions, the hairstylists, the personal chefs, that kind of stuff, the stylists, the whole package, manicurists, all those things. Yeah. Yeah, so I that's why I'm very, like, when I talk about these things, right? It's like, I share it with you guys because sometimes I feel like some of you guys might have this misconception about people, or you might kind of look at other people and think, oh, I want to look like so and so and so and so, but it's not smooth sailing. Even Hollywood actors, right? They buff up for certain roles, and they said like buffing up for a certain role basically killed them. They hated their life. They were just sticking with a freaking meal plan. And although on the screen they look so good, they look so great, um, internally they might not be happy because they can't live a life that they want. They got to keep going to the personal trainer. They got to keep eating the freaking prepared meal plans, and it's millions of dollars on the line. So if they don't got that body, right, the director's not going to be happy, and they're going to possibly they're possibly not going to get the results they want. So that's why people pay for this kind of stuff. See? Yeah, yeah. And then also, don't forget, right? Oh, yeah, I should actually do a stream about that. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow about Victoria's Secret. So Victoria's Secret got rid of their models. They got rid of a lot of their models, and the models that are skinny and skimpy, and they're all like, slim and toned. The ones that you've always thought of Victoria's. Yeah, they got rid of basically all of them, and now they're embracing real beauty. And yeah, I'll do a video about it tomorrow because I'm gonna walk tomorrow anyway. So yeah, maybe you guys will like having me talk about streams like that. I get some exercise in. Hopefully you guys get some exercise in, and can discuss things. So yeah, I am pooped out from walking, and I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, you guys take care. And I'm feeling better after exercising. First day exercising, walked in the morning, jog in the morning, walk in the morning, and then walk in the afternoon, and then nighttime I'm gonna lift some weights. And I gotta do it tomorrow. I gotta be consistent. I can't get off the freaking track. So yeah, I shall see you.